So for this episode, I'm going to show you how we are doing the same day edit and the workflow that we do in terms of saving files and exporting the files.
All right, so to start with, we open our Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2018. That's the latest version that we have, and we are subscribed to it. Adobe usually charge you per month to use their products. So basically, just skip that out if you don't want to answer that, and then it will lead you to this page where you have to create a new project. So let's say we put in just the bride's name probably and the groom's name on this project. And then well, you just have to save it on a location where you want it to be in. We usually just put it on a hard drive or internal file, but we do create a folder, which is these three folders: output, project, and raw. And then we put it on a project folder. So it will create the project file in that folder, and you're just gonna click OK. Now it's gonna open to this page once you're done. And the first thing is that you create your sequence, and we usually choose digital SLR 1080p 24, and then you can change the name of your sequence. Usually we create different kinds of sequences. So we put in the on-site file. We call it on-site or same day edit. So that's the main timeline that we have. That's where we're gonna put all the final edits that we are gonna do, and then we're gonna create another sequence with drone shots, and then another sequence. So it's gonna be multiple sequence. So preps would be for getting ready shots, and then we do wedding details, which we usually separate them so that it's easy to locate. And then we do a groom sequence where we put all the groom shots, and a bridal sequence where all the bride shots will be there. Transit is the part where the bride will be going to the church. So we put the files there. The walk is the part where the bride would normally walk down the aisle, and the vows will be. So these are the sequences that we normally do to split up all these different parts of the wedding day so it's easy to locate. So the idea of all these different sequences is really to locate which part. When you're trying to do the same day edit, it's easy to locate all the files with that. So that means we have the main timeline and the rest of the timelines are all there. So it's done. We do that first so that it's easy to put all the files in. So the songs we usually have already pre-selected. So we just import that in, and then we put them in the timeline. So some of the sequence I usually just drag it up on this part right here on top so that I can see all of the sequences in one view. So we're gonna start importing the files, and this is how we organize them. So all of those files in those folders are already organized. So from 1 to like 52, we put numbers on it, and then we give them names, like what part of the wedding is that. Is it a dance, reception? Is it the vows? So that's so easy to locate all the files. So the way we do it when we import, that's the first file that I actually received from the shooter. I put it on number 1, and then I put the name if it's a drone shot. So if the first shots that I got was from a drone shot, then I put one drone and then import that. So what I do is just I drag it off to the timeline, to the sequence with the drone shot, and that's where I'm going to see and cut, different parts of the scene. So I'm gonna just look at the whole file and see which part do I want to cut. So I cut that part and then cut it to where I want to end it. And then I drag it up a little bit and to know that that's the part that I wanted to use. And then I drag it down to my main timeline. And then I'm gonna put it where I want it to be in the part of the song. So I'm gonna look at it again and then scan through, and then I'm gonna select it. The same process, I'm gonna drag it up and then I'm gonna drag it down to the main timeline. So that's two options for you. I put it on top and see which one would be the best when I'm trying to finish the whole same day edit. So that'd be like two options, and see if if I choose the best one, then I would just disable the other one and use the one that I like. So it's gonna be the same with the other sequence, the same process. I'm gonna drag all the files from the folders that we already created, and then once it's done, we're just going to export the file. Usually it's H.264, and then I change the file name. And then here I use high on profile and render at maximum depth, and bitrate should be 12 and 15. That will make the quality more make it better. So I use maximum render quality and then I export it. The whole timeline would be exported the way I had my settings on, and for us that's the best quality. And once you're done, your same day edit will be ready for the show.
So thanks for watching. I hope you guys learned a lot from this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.